A, a very good afternoon to all. I am Lovey Aggarwal, lecturer maths, Diet Pritampura. Before starting my topic, I would like to express my gratitude to Shri Rajneesh Sir, Director SCERT Delhi, Dr. Nahar Singh Sir, Academic Head SCERT Delhi, Dr. Namrata Dhiman, Principal Diet Pritampura, and the entire team of Learning Never Stop series for providing me such an opportunity. Today, my topic is inculcation of values through education. So, outline of presentation will be uh, what is values, what is value-based education, why values, what is inculcation, why it is important to inculcate values through education, ways to inculcate values through education, ways to inculcate ways to inculcate values through mathematics education, and conclusion. So first of all, I would explain what is values. Values are basic and fundamental beliefs that guide or motivate attitudes or actions. Values help us to determine what is important to us. Values is that which is good, desirable, or worthwhile. Values specifies a relationship between a person and a goal. Values describe the personal qualities we choose to embody our actions, the sort of person we want to be, the manner in which we treat ourselves and others, and our interaction with the world around us. So, the values are the motives behind purposeful action. Now, what is value based education? Value based education is an essential part of students' lives. Value establish an environment that helps them to grow in their academics as well as social and expertise. Value-based education helps them to achieve their objectives and success in all the ups and downs. Value based education helps in the formation of positive thinking. Now, why values? Why we have to inculcate values? As values guide our behavior in all aspects of our life. Values provide standards of competence and morality. Values give a person his identity and character. Now, what is inculcation means? Inculcation means teaching or impressing upon the mind by frequent instruction or by repetition. Inculcation means to teach someone an attitude, idea, or habit by such instructions. Inculcation means to induce understanding of a particular sentiment in a person or persons. Now, uh, why it is important to inculcate values through education. Education without values, as useful as it is, seems rather to make man a more clever devil. It is the famous quote given by C.S. Lewis as education without values is as useful as it is to make man a more clever devil. So why it is important to inculcate values as through education, as values make our lives meaningful and give us a sense of direction for our future life. Inculcation of values intensifies the students' knowledge in a way so that they can do well in society, keeping in mind all the norms and values of the society. Inculcation of values helps the student to become a good human being in all respect. Now, what are the ways to inculcate values through education? Now, first, through morning assembly. As through morning assembly, we can inculcate values as the motive of morning assembly is not the just the spiritual development. It aims to inculcate the feeling of oneness, enlighten students, and creates a strong bond among both teachers and the students. So, through morning assembly, we can inculcate various values in the students like punctuality, devotion to God, cooperation, discipline, sincerity, regularity, good manners. Now, other ways to inculcate values is through teachers, as teacher act as a role model. Uh, According to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, teachers are the backbone of any country, the pillars upon which all experiments are converted into realities. As the teachers are the first role model to the children outside their family. When the children sees their role model showing concern for others, motivating them for their good deeds, helping others. On seeing this, children learn to develop a lot of values by observing their role model. So, through teacher as a role model, various values can be inculcated to the students. As by seeing the teachers, the students will act accordingly. Various values inculcated through teacher as a role model are regularity, punctuality, hard work, good communication skills, honesty, equality, good behaviors. These are some values inculcated by teacher as a role model. Another Another way to inculcate values through education is visit to places of historical importance. Like inculcation can be done by taking the students to various exertions as it will inculcate values in students like courage, hard work, unity, togetherness, and respect. Now, the other ways which by which we can inculcate values through education is organization of cultural activities. Various cultural activities like debate, drama, essay writing, poetry recitation, celebration of national festivals of different religion, celebrating birthdays of great men and women like Mother Teresa and Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, and various speeches should be given how these great persons strive hard to bring equality and peace among human beings and inculcate values. So, the various values which we can inculcate by organizing cultural activities in the students are hard work, dedication, gratitude, kindness, sharing, honesty, unity in diversity, sacrifice, and motivation. Now, the other way to inculcate values through education is by showing showing inspiring movies and pictures as audio and visual media has largely proven effective for young children. It is an important tool to convey key information in a form where children can be inspired through just a small movie or by a picture which portrays the stories of people doing inspiring work for others in the society, and by showing by showing inspiring movies and pictures, various values can be inculcated. By seeing the pictures of the great leaders of the and movies, motivating movies, various values can be inculcated in the students, like leadership quality, helping nature, soft spoken, decision making, spirit of oneness, and honesty. As values should be inculcated and should be treated as a topmost priority in the child's life, because through values uh, they will become success and achieve success in every field of life. Now, the other way to inculcate values through education, as the other way is the opportunities should be given to the students to express themselves. According to Henry Kravis, if you don't have integrity, you have nothing. You can't buy it. You can have all the money in the world. But if you are not a moral and ethical person, you really have nothing. Like, without values, if we are having values, we have all the things. But if we don't have values, we are nothing. So the other ways to inculcate value is we should give the opportunities to the students to express themselves. Like, values can be inculcated to the students if they are if they are given the opportunities to perform those planned value based activities. Like, children can express their gratitude by giving the gratitude cards and inculcate values. Like, children, if the children are giving their cards and expressing themselves, so various values can be inculcated in the children, like gratitude, positive attitude, kindness, tolerance, sharing, sacrifice, love. All these values are very important, and they should be inculcated through education to the students, as these are very much important. If all these values are inculcated in our students, then they will reach surely success. The other way, the other way by which we can inculcate values through education is by storytelling, as if by giving certain points, teacher may ask students to develop a story, or teacher can tell story to the students, by which the students can learn the moral values. It provides the ability to see if they would be in such a situation, what might be their actions, and compare the story with their own experiences as how to handle things with being morally correct. So, through storytelling, we can inculcate various values, and the children are able to sort out various problems by seeing the situations by and enhance they will motivate by listening the story. So the various values which we can inculcate through storytelling are kindness, gratitude, sharing, honesty, self expression, personality development, and equality. As our motto is not only to not only to make the students to learn and write or to get a job, but our motto is to make them a good human being in all respects. And this will only be possible if we inculcate values in them through education. Now, the other way to inculcate values through education is through games. As a famous by Mahatma Gandhi, as Mahatma Gandhi said, champions are made from something they have deep inside of them, a desire, a dream, a vision. As games are very much important for students, they keep them healthy and fit. So, game is another approach for inculcation of values. As during games, students learn about friendly behavior, leadership qualities, and love towards his country. As we can only become the champions if we are having a desire, a dream, a vision, and that will only be possible if we have the values. So, various values which we can inculcate through games are sportsmanship, team spirit, tolerance, punctuality, and discipline. Now, the other way to inculcate values through education is through appreciation and admiration. As a famous saying by Frank Ocean, go for someone who is proud to have you, not because you are pretty, but because they value you as a person. So, we should appreciate and admire the students. Then, by appreciation, they will develop in them the values. So, the teacher should appreciate and always try to motivate students for their good work. They should also encourage them to develop pro social behavior. Students should be taught to help others and be kind, honest with others. Admiration, appreciation given to the students for their helping and kind nature helps the students to develop their personality and helps them to grow in academics as well as social expertise. So, through appreciation and admiration, we can inculcate various values by motivating our students, by building in them a balanced personality. So, the various values which we can inculcate through appreciation and admiration are positive attitude, motivation, happiness, love, and kindness. So the other way to inculcate values through education is through exhibitions. Like as through exhibitions, students increase their communication skill and also various intellectual values can be inculcated in the students through exhibitions. Through exhibitions, they will help the students can inculcate values in them as they will get motivated, and the various values inculcated through exhibitions are aesthetic value, intellectual value, good communication skills, social value, and disciplinary value. So we can inculcate values to the students by exhibitions, by motivating them more and more, and by encouraging them, by providing the students guidelines and support. So the other ways is the other way to inculcate value through education is through celebration of festivals like Independence Day, Republic Day, Teachers Day, Children's Day, Gandhi Jayanti, World Environment Day, Ambedkar Jayanti, National Peace Day. As through festivals, they will inculcate in them the spirit of oneness, togetherness, unity, and love for our country and all the sacrifices which our leaders make for the country. As through this celebration of festivals, by various speeches and by various activities, they will inculcate values in them. So, the various values which are inculcated through the celebration of festivals are respect, courage, honesty, sacrifice, love, commitment, loyalty, and positive attitude. As positive attitude can only be developed if we inculcate values in the students through education. Now, the other way by which we can inculcate values through education is by yoga and meditation. As a famous saying by Swami Vivekananda, if you go on practicing meditation for days and months and years until it has become a habit, until it will come in spite of yourself, anger and hatred will be controlled and checked. As through meditation and yoga, we feel calm and various various negative attitudes can be controlled like anger and hatred. As through meditation, we feel our body relax and have a balanced personality. So through yoga and meditation, values can be inculcated to the students as yoga help the child to balance his personality and have control over anger and live a simple and high thinking life. Yoga helps the students to have a good and disciplined personality. Yoga makes the students more and more active. So, various values inculcated through yoga are intellectual value, balanced personality, activeness. As yoga is very much good for our yoga is very much good to have a well balanced personality, and various values can be inculcated through yoga and meditation. Now, the other way by which we can inculcate values through education is by through aesthetic activities. As a famous saying by Buddha, the value of life is not based on how long we live, but how much we contribute to others in our society. As this by values, if values are inculcated in our students, then we can make them a good human being and they will contribute more and more to our society. So, by through aesthetic activities, we can inculcate values by if we educate our students in a way to keep our surroundings neat and clean, if we educate them to decorate classes with educational related material, and if we educate them to always throw waste in the dustbin and to make a neat and clean India. So we can inculcate various values through aesthetic activities like cleanliness, respect, aesthetic values, and trust. So through aesthetic activities, we can make a neat and clean surroundings and we can have a more neat and clean India. So other way by which we can inculcate values through education is through economic guidance or economic activities given to the students. So, as a famous saying by Elvis Parsley, values are like fingerprints. Nobody's are the same, but you leave them all over everything you do. Like values makes our personality different. So we are when we guide our students, so if we give the economic activities, yeah, economic guidance, so more and more values can be inculcated through education. So through economic guidance, the values can be inculcated by guiding the students not to waste money, teaching the students to save the economy by teaching the students some functions of bank, how to save the money, how to save our capital, and more economic activities. Through economic activities, various values can be inculcated like practical value, utilitarian value, economic value, and intellectual values. Now, the other way by which we can inculcate is through patriotism, as through patriotism is the bond that unites a citizen to the country, and and patriotism is love for one's own motherland, loyalty and support to one's country. So, besides teaching, we should also inculcate in students the love and sacrifices for our motherland, and so they should become a good citizen of our country. So values inculcated through patriotism are loyalty, obedience, love and affection, emotions, truthfulness, and respect. Now, the other way to inculcate values through education is through gender equality. As a famous saying by Kofi Annan, gender equality is more than a goal in itself. It is a precondition for meeting the challenge of reducing poverty, promoting sustainable development, and building good governance. As the by the values, we can remove all the evils of our country if we develop values, more and more values through education in our students. Like we can inculcate values by treating both male and female child equal. There should be no partiality towards male child, and the girl child should be given proper attention, and moreover the values inculcated through education gender equality are equality, justice, and respect. So through gender equality we can inculcate values. Now the other value by which we can inculcate in values in our students is through courtesy. Like make this courtesy, this value can be inculcated by making it an integral part of each of the students in the class and almost in any period, as the students may be told about good manners while talking to their friends, parents, teachers, and neighbors. Sorry, excuse me, please, thank you should be used while talking. While talking, they are talking in the class. If they are talking in the class to their parents, to their teachers, these courtesy values should be inculcated in the students to become a good human being. Now, the values which are inculcated through courtesy are good behavior. If the behavior is good, so they can achieve success and they will get respect in every field of life, anywhere they go. Our behavior should be good, so we will get respect in every field of life. So respect, love, kindness, honesty, helping nature, these are some of the values which can inculcate through courtesy. Now, the other value which we can inculcate is through time management, like by teaching the children how to manage and save time, inculcate disciplinary values in them, as success is deeply rooted in having exceptional time management skills. So, the values inculcated through time management are disciplinary value, practical value, economic value, stress free, and a balanced personality. As if we know the importance of time, if we know the importance of time, we can achieve our goals, our objectives of living a standard and high thinking life. So time management is the time management where inculcation should be given to the students. So We can inculcate value through education by time management. So, and the other is through teamwork, as teamwork enhances child personality. Teamwork helps the child to achieve success by various discussions. Teamwork motivates and helps the child to remove hesitation and inculcate values. As if we are working in a team, so various values will be automatically come. We can learn various values like cooperation, team spirit, loyalty, good communication skills, positive attitude, and respect. As our hesitation would be removed, and we can inculcate various values and become a loyal member of our team. Other way is by accepting responsibility in students. We can inculcate values by encouraging our students to take responsibility, be ready for the outcomes, both positive and negative, encouraging the students, encouraging the students to learn from the experiences and to be always optimistic. Various values inculcated through accepting responsibility are leadership quality, self confidence, self respect, human values, social values, and commitment. Now, the other ways to inculcate values through mathematics education. As mathematics is an exact, true, and to the point knowledge, so we can inculcate disciplinary value through mathematics, as mathematics trains the mind for discipline. According to Locke, mathematics is a way to settle in the mind a habit of reasoning, as mathematics is originality, accuracy, verifications, application of knowledge, self effort, and simplicity. All these things inculcate disciplinary value through mathematics. Other way through mathematics education to inculcate aesthetic value is, as mathematics helps in development of all arts such as drawing, painting, music, dance, etc. Mathematics may be considered as the creator and nurturer of all arts, as through mathematics, by solving various puzzles, riddles, patterns, games, forming magic and square, various aesthetic values can be developed. Other way to inculcate value through mathematic education is inculcation of moral values, as according to Dutton, mathematics does furnish the power for deliberate thoughts and accurate statement and to speak the truth. Gossip, flattery, slander, deceit all speak from a mind that has not been trained by mathematics. As through mathematics, we develop correct reasoning, valid conclusions, impartial judgment, facts and truths, objective analysis. These all helps to develop moral attitudes and develop moral values through mathematics education. As through maths, we become more dutifulness, justice, punctuality, patience, self-control, loyalty, and self-discipline. All these inculcate moral values through maths. As a famous saying by John Arbuthnot, mathematical knowledge adds vigor to the mind, frees it from prejudice, credulity, and superstition. Now, the cultural value, how we can inculcate the cultural value through mathematics education. As according to Hoban, mathematics is the mirror of civilization. As through maths, we become critical observer, logical thinker, raise economic status, raise social status, promote cultural heritage. As mathematics helps in every occupation, which helps in raising our economic status as well as social status, and helps to inculcate cultural value. As through maths education, maths contribute in various occupations like agriculture, serving, industry, and medicine. And occupation builds up the culture. Occupations are the backbone of culture. And occupation maths contribute to each and every occupation, and which increases our economic and social status and helps to develop cultural values. Now, other value which we can inculcate through mathematics education is social value. Like, according to Napoleon, the progress and improvement of mathematics are linked to the prosperity of the state, as the progress of and improvement are linked to the prosperity of the state, as maths enables us to understand the interrelationship of individuals, helps in knitting the vast society into family, trade, business, and bargaining for smooth transactions, reforms social structure to be more systematic, organized, and well planned. As through mathematics, we are more systematic, organized, and well planned, which helps in developing the social value. Now, there is the intellectual value. As according to Hobbes, mathematics is like a whetstone, and by its study, one learns to think distinctly, consecutively, and carefully. As through mathematics develops our power of acquiring knowledge, thinking, reasoning, judgment, generalization, observation, concentration, originality, memory, and imagination. So if we give like 10 gram, we guide the students to make shapes and then ask about this. This will inculcate intellectual value in the students. Now, other by which we can inculcate value is through vocational value. As an important aim of education is to make a person self-dependent, and mathematics provides scope for various professions like banking, engineering, teaching, accountancy, serving, and agriculture. And all this makes us self-dependent, and we become more self-confident and helps to increase our status and a well-balanced life and inculcate vocational value. Now, other is the inculcation of practical value. Practical value through mathematics education. As in our daily routine, daily life, we use maths, like in calculations, time management, budgeting, measurements, and in our day-to-day activity, we use maths. So we can say that practical utility practical utility of maths is indispensable. We, by using maths, various values we can inculcate in the students, and only by daily routine activities. If we guide the students to have more and more discipline, time management skills, so various values will be automatically inculcated in them, in the students, and have a more balanced life. Now, all these values, these are the values of mathematics, like social, cultural, intellectual, vocational, practical, aesthetic, and cultural. We can inculcate all these values by giving them students proper guidance and motivating them, and by some activities like we can tell the students to be through their through their receipts, we can tell them to collect the receipts and make knowledge about how much you spend daily, how much you uh, we can tell them how to live a more disciplined life by telling them ki, not to waste the money and count your slips, and these activities will inculcate in them these activities will inculcate in the students economic economic activities and helps them to calculate and time management skills, measurement skills, and various skills will develop in the students. Also, we can have some more activities like measurement activities. We can tell the students some measurement activities like in our daily life. We can tell them, or when they go in the market, about the profit, loss, discount. All these activities are all these activities are our practical, which we can inculcate through practical value in the students. As these activities, practical utility of maths is indispensable. So these are some of the ways by which values can be inculcated through education and through mathematics education. And we can also integrate these values by different subjects like science, arts, Hindi. Also, we can do and inculcate values like in science, we can do activities and inculcate values as through leaf activities. Students make various leaves and show various leaves. Then they tell about that picture and inculcate values in them. Now, conclusion. So, therefore, education is a process that starts at the moment of birth of every child. Education is a process that starts at the birth, and education does not just mean teaching the students how to read, write, and get a job. Education also includes developing the personality of the student to make him an ideal citizen. So, value education is education in values and education towards the inculcation of values. Inculcation of values through education is a continuous process. This continuous process will give our society honesty, trustworthy, patriotic, faithful, lovable, and good human beings in all respect. So, I hope we should be well behaved and we should all have the power, all we should inculcate various values in our students so that we can make a good and a good human beings in all respect. So education should we should dream a good and value we should dream a good and more and good and dream a more valuable citizens of our country, so that they should get respect everywhere. Now, I thanks to all the viewers for listening me, and thank you to all.